Hello YouTube, it's shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you another exciting wrestling review. And today I review TNA Impact. And I have to say that, except for a few moments, it was still pretty bad. Now, a lot of people, I know what you're thinking. If it's so bad, why would I keep watching it? Mostly because, for like Spoonie has said, journalistic integrity. I mean, if that guy can review this shit as sick as he is, then I can at least stomach my way through it. And it's too bad since I love TNA. Anyway, we start the show off with Immortal coming down to the ring, of course stroking their cocks that they won. That they pretty much made a clean sweep at Turning Point last Sunday. Even though and a few things just didn't ring true with me. For one thing, they called Jeff Jarrett an MMA shoot specialist, saying that the Gracies would be proud of him. Now, there's a lot of things you can say to boast up a victory, but this isn't one of them. Jeff Jarrett pretty much got carried to that whole match. He got his ass handed to him the entire match, and he only won by chokeout. Oh yeah, that's real MMA. Choking some guy out with a nightstick. Yeah, I saw Vitor Belfort use that in his last match. Anyway, Jeff Hardy comes out looking like the Joker's crack-addled brother, and still I don't buy him as champion. He just doesn't do anything interesting to me. Then out wobbles that big-titted fuck Hulk Hogan. And he, of course, spoons it. And I forgot to mention this. Immortal has a new theme song, which is mostly comprised of a terrible mix of the NWO theme song and Hogan's theme song from when he came back in the 2000s, Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. And it sounds like shit. Jimi Hendrix is spinning his grave. Anyway, Hogan decides to present him with a new title, and if you're any kind of wrestling fan, you know what it looks like. And I mean, it is a gaudy, tacky piece of crap. I mean, it is the worst looking title I've ever seen. I wouldn't be caught dead with it. And then what saddened me the most was Hulk Hogan and then threw the TNA World title, the old one, in the garbage and said that everything was trash compared to now. Everything with Dixie Carter's TNA was... I think Hulk Hogan really wants to end TNA, because when he came in, the first pay-per-view they did when he came in, they got rid of the six-sided ring, and he said that real wrestling, brother, takes place in a four-sided ring. And now he had the audacity to throw the TNA World title that can extend itself back towards the NWA World title, the title that's been held by some very prestigious gentlemen, that has been fought over in some very epic matches. And by extension, he said that the old TNA that Dixie Carter was managing before he came in was shit. So I ask Hulk Hogan, who the fuck do you think you are? You come in and you act like that your shit don't stink, and all of a sudden you have the nerve to say that TNA was garbage before you came in. Look, TNA had its problems. It had a shitload of problems, but at least it gave us good quality matches. It gave us something different. The six-sided ring became the iconic symbol of TNA. And then you have the audacity to say that everything before you came in was shit. Hulk Hogan, maybe you didn't realize this, but you're not as great a wrestler as you think you are. I mean, sure, you did a lot for the industry, but in ring, you're just as bland in the ring as John Cena is now. You have 5 moves and you do them all basically, just basic. And Jeff Hardy, of course, even after receiving his new dark, broody title, shows no emotion. He doesn't portray any joy or laughter or anything. He's just there like, wow, a new title just for me. I feel great. I'm the Antichrist of wrestling. Somebody give me some Coke. God Jeff Hardy, you suck. You're you're the most uninteresting champion I've ever seen. And I've thought Sheamus was bland as a champion. Sheamus was at least doing something. He didn't have he At least he's a good worker in the ring. You just hobble away about and just I fucking hate Jeff Hardy. But then the Pope comes out and he cuts a hella good promo about how Eric Bischoff pretty much fucked with the wrong person's family. Then Joe came out and he told Jeff that he was gonna choke him out and make him look like a bitch. Then RVD came out and he said he was gonna fuck some shit up. And then Matt Morgan came out and he basically cut the best promo of the night by saying that Hulk Hogan has lost his balls, which is the most truest thing I've ever heard spoken on TNA. Well, I would go into detail about the rest of the show, but frankly, it didn't keep my attention. I kept switching back and forth between that and Burn Notice, which is the season premiere tonight, and it just didn't it's not keeping my attention now. But the good thing, the best part of the whole show was when the Pope jumped Eric Bischoff and Abyss in the restroom while they were taking a leak. Now that's just, how many people you know would do that? Only the Pope would jump a guy in the restroom. Then the Pope drug him back and he pulled Eric Bischoff's bitch card and just bitched him out totally. Like, you want to be the Pope? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Shut up. You want to be a Pope? And just started putting his jewelry and his glasses and his wave cap on him. And Eric Bischoff just looks like a white man who just drove up down the middle street of Compton. He just looks scared for his life. Like what the fuck did I just do? But anyway, seeing as how this is immortal, and they have to bury everyone who at least has some better wrestling talent than they do, he's buried soon later and made to look bad. I mean, how bad does it look when Abyss needs help from Eric Bischoff, of all people, to beat up the Pope, a guy he is bigger than by at least 100 pounds? What happened to Abyss? I mean, you used to be a monster, now you're just a little bitch, and then you get in the people's face and just start saying, "We are immortal, we are forever." Fuck you! And overall, the show left a bad taste in my mouth. It had its moments, but nothing really that you should write home about. I mean, it didn't really sit well with me, and that's just the problem with TNA now. I think Hogan and Bischoff think they're trying to destroy everything that was good about TNA and just destroy it. It saddens me in a way, and I think the X Division is next, because normally the X Division used to be the highlight of Impact. It used to be the center point of TNA, and now it's just getting phased out. And it's bad enough that Robbie E, of all people, is the TNA World Champion. I'm not saying the guy can't go, I just find his gimmick can be totally annoying. And the fact that he hasn't done anything to deserve it just makes it even worse. He just came in and he just, boom, got a title shot. Yeah. But it just really saddens me. So, I get that's TNA Impact, and I'm just very iffy about it right now. So, well, tune in next time as I'll do my first SmackDown review. And hopefully the SmackDown's been pretty good, and hopefully it'll be a lot better than what happened tonight. So until then, shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat. Later.